One Shot takes place in 1999 in a video rental store, and it centers on three characters. Two of them are waiting to hear about a scholarship to NYU that could change the trajectory of their life. I think one of the beautiful things about setting a piece of work in the past, and even the 1990s, is the ability to use that time to reflect the present, and it helps audiences, I think, remove from the present moment, which is very divisive. We aren't listening to each other right now, to be able to look at something from the past that is directly in conversation with the present. As a gay kid in the 90s who was like, looking for anything I could grasp as far as representation of people like me, stories of people like me, and how those video rental stores were very much a sanctuary, a safe haven for me, from a number of things going on in my life. And so I had always wanted to bring that to the stage in some way. I think partly for me, when I started writing, I hesitated to want to write gay stories, and I think it was partly because I didn't want to be isolated into like you're only a gay playwright, and that felt very limiting to me. But also the other aspect of that was like, oh, I've just put myself in a closet and I've like hid from that. The more that I was like, I have to stop hiding from myself, which means like I literally have to stop hiding from myself in my own life, and then what does that do for my work to stop hiding from myself and unabashedly tell queer stories and represent them in the way that I craved when I was a kid and the way that I crave right now, just sort of like explodes the possibilities of what can be out there and what my goal and my mission is as an artist. I want to impact people through the heart. By accessing the heart, it will open up an ability for people to hear in a way that maybe we aren't in this moment in time hearing each other. That sense of empathy that only the heart can like do, and leaving people asking questions or feeling challenged in a way that they might not be otherwise, which theater can do in a way that nobody else can do, especially the immediacy of it, of what you're feeling in that moment with the people on stage and the people that are in the audience with you, all experiencing it at the same time. When thinking about the issues that the play deals with, from immigration to anti-Semitism to white privilege, I think that often we can go through our lives, and I say this as a cis white man, that we can go through our lives and not think about things that aren't directly impacting us. So how do we bring that to the immediacy of it, to the present where we can't look away from it? And what does it mean when graffiti is staring at us through a lot of the play that is continuing to evolve? Also, that threat just outside the store, the threat of the world that we live in, of America, which I would say is maybe safe for some people and not safe for the majority of people. Like, what does it mean to suddenly not be able to look the other way from that? What does it mean for audiences in our theater spaces, which tend to be majority white, with privilege, with money, to come look at that and like not be able to look away from it? And at points, are you still seeing it, but suddenly feeling like, oh my gosh, I've been looking at it for so much and it's been over there, or been directly at it and I'm now desensitized to it? What does that mean? You know, just as the characters are navigating, what does it mean that that's there for them, that it appeared at this moment, and like, how do we go about our daily life? And I don't think we can hide from that. And that is at the core of what the play is like exploring, and how that threat goes from outside the store to inside the store. And if I think of my work partly as advocacy, and like, how am I using my voice in this world? Like, I have to do that unabashedly, with great care and sensitivity to how, if I'm gonna use certain words or language, especially when it's language that might directly be related to my identities, and other language that might be outside my identities but affect and impact other aspects of people, characters in the play, as well as the audience. One of the beautiful things about the summit is the ability to bring a bunch of longtime collaborators with you, which isn't always the case when you're at a festival. We are jumping in with trust, but like, doing that is different than like, how do we have trust in the room in such a fast process? So shared language, that trust of a shared goal of trying to continue to ask questions, to deepen, to bring to life the work off the page because we all believe in it, is not nothing. It's like everything, right? And the summit provides an opportunity for that in a way that not all other festivals or new work processes offer. The theatrical community is just at a precarious moment where Humana is gone, the Lark is gone. Like, all of these hubs and havens for new play development have disappeared. And so the fact that an organization like the Denver Center remains committed to the summit, which has such a national reach because of the long history of it, is also super impactful. It's both like a pinch me, but a moment for me, but also just like the fact that you get this space to work on a new play in this moment in time where there's investment to bring in your collaborators, where there's investment to bring in industry professionals from outside the Denver community to try and help launch the play, and to have that happen right now in this moment is pretty incredible.